You guys thought I was gonna die last week, huh? But my career is not over. Saquon Barkley saved me.
The reviver.
Is my career over now that McPherson only scored 5 or 6 fantasy points? I don't know. It's debatable.
It took a
I
hit.
still like him.
Not gonna lie,
He missed that field goal in the first half.
Yeah,
That was
I mean,
shocking.
It crushed my heart. I was shocked. I was angry. I was sad. It was a mixture of emotion for me when McPherson makes. I read the comment.
I know, me too. I was trying to hold it in.
I just wanted to throw it out there.
I had the words McPherson, missed, and Mixon in my head, and it was too much. So, yeah, he missed that field goal, and I was just heartbroken. But, I mean, he kind of made up for it. I mean, it could have been 3 points. So, at least he made that game winner, and we know he's
Bengals
good.
fan in the house.
You know, I just slightly missed this one with McPherson being a top 5 kicker this week. It is what it is.
Tyler
What's
Boyd's
next?
getting those targets.
What is my
We got
career?
the first Mixon is wash comment of the year. I think
You want
it's
me to go
good
back to that?
He got hurt.
Week 4,
Yeah,
it
he
only
got
happened.
hurt
It took
again.
4 weeks to get it, but that's pretty good for him. I feel like usually people say that week 2, but he's coming out here week 4. I think he's hurt. It's fair to say. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fantasy doctor, but he looked hurt to me when he got tackled. When I first saw it in real time, I was like, "Oh wow, that looked bad."
Yeah, but he's just been a disappointment for fantasy owners on a consistent basis, and so it's it's just another. And then this game, I had him ranked top 3, just not knowing really Dalvin's situation, so we can say top 4 running back this week, and he doesn't look top 4 at all, and it's just another huge disappointment.
He did get a touchdown though. He did get a touchdown, so that's good.
Just imagine if he did.
If he didn't,
I'm trying to check the news.
It would have been bad
to see the extent of the injury here.
But this was a pretty good game overall. Like for a Thursday night poop bowl, it was actually a lot better than I thought. I know the bar is really low for Thursday night games, but it had a lot of action.
Yeah, according to my algorithms, there could only be 2 other scheduled matches that could be worse, possibly worse than this. That would include a mixture of the Lions and Texans.
I knew Lions were coming.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. I mean,
what about Chark breaking that ankle? It sounds
like tough loss.
Oh, another disappointing thing is we started Marvin Jones and thrown, and I mean everything's basically going perfectly to set up Marvin Jones to get fantasy points, and he's a huge dud. You know, right when the only time you start Marvin Jones, he does this to us. I don't even understand. The Bengals defense that did nothing. Trevor Lawrence is having one of his better games. Chark is hurt, and Marvin Jones does nothing. It's
on the plus side though. Me and Drew got 20 points from J-Rob in the duo
let's go to
league.
That.
Stream team duo league. So
yeah, James Robinson was a great play.
Great play for us.
We have Saquon.
I have him.
We're looking real good, Mike.
League. Yeah, I think we're gonna come back strong in that league. Yeah, I think Hussein, you're number 1, right, in that league.
Yeah, the duo league.
The duo league. It's surprisingly fun. It's surprisingly
fun.
Where's Pack Attack at? And you guys are 3-0. Wow, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, well, we easily have the best team. I think we got Derrick Henry, Cooper Kupp.
You got Kupp. It's a wrap.
Patrick Mahomes.
They traded for Kupp.
Oh, that was a great trade. Great trade.
Patrick Mahomes.
Well played. Well played.
Pretty much the best at every position.
I think you're gonna win this league.
You guys think?
Yeah, I think we got Hawkinson, Mahomes, Kupp, and I think maybe Derrick Henry or something crazy.
You have Thielen too. You have Thielen.
Yeah, Adam
TD
Thielen.
machine.
Yeah, it's
and this is a 16-team league, guys.
Yeah, that's
to
crazy.
clarify for the listeners.
A 16-team league. Yeah, that's right. 32 people. 16
looks like a
teams.
4-team league. That's how good your team is.
Oh man.
Looks
real
like
quick, guys. So we're gonna talk about buy low, sell high.
Yeah.
Sponsor Monkey Knife Fight. Let's just get this ad read out the way. Then
get it out the way.
Buy low, sell high. Monkey Knife Fight It's DFS, Daily Fantasy Sports, but for player props, it's stupid simple to play. And so I'm just going to give you guys my picks really quick here. So my pick this week is going to be the Chiefs Eagles game. And so all you got to do is go to Monkey Knife Fight. You just follow my link, go to Monkey Knife Fight, new game, pick this Chiefs Eagles game. And this is not that smart of a one. This is a risky one. It's an upside one. And I'm feeling very frisky. So I'm going a little bit higher buy-in this week. Every week we're just making the buy-in more and more. So I'm doing $20 buy-in. And I'm picking Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, and Miles Sanders. It was between Miles Sanders and Devontae Smith, but I'm going with the running back. And I think you're going to cover your bases here. All you need, the touchdown dance. You want to hit the touchdown dance. Select these 3 players. Select your goal at 1.5 touchdowns. So all we need is 2 touchdowns from these players, Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, Miles Sanders. I think between just Kelsey and Hill, we'll probably get it.
Yeah, I like that.
And then, if things go kind of weird, it's a weird start or something, maybe Miles Sanders gets in the end zone. I think we'll get it. I think we'll do a dance for the touchdown dance. So anyway, guys, just go to my link. That's playmkf.com/couch. It's below in the description. Playmkf.com/couch. Use promo code couch. You'll get free $5. So you can enter this completely free. You just want to try it out. Just put $5 in there. If you get 2 touchdowns, you win $10. And then use my promo code when you're ready to deposit. Promo code couch. You'll get 100% deposit match up to $100. So head on over to Monkey Knife Fight. Use promo code couch. Good luck. And Mike has his buy low, sell high list, and we'll go right into the buy lows.
All right, my first buy low of the week is Amari Cooper, but after the last 2 weeks, you could call him Amari Pooper, right? I guess we can all agree on that because he only had 3 receptions the last 2 games after an explosive week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he had 17 targets and 13 receptions with 2 touchdowns. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that he's been playing with bruised ribs. And after watching Hard Knocks, I mean, it seems like he's been taking a backseat to CeeDee Lamb as of late, but he's just too talented. That offense is too explosive. So I think that he's definitely not, a 38-point scorer per week, but he's somewhere in the middle, right? He's definitely not a 5-point scorer. So get him while you can. I don't think his value is going to get any lower.
There was a great comment. There was a great comment in the Discord. I think it was Chris or it could have been Royale, but they said Amari Cooper is going to have like 5 games where he gets 2 or 3 points, and then he's going to have like 6 games where he gets 20 points, and he'll end up like a wide receiver, 10 or something. Like
he's
just has
boomer
really explosive
bust.
games, yeah.
But he can win you games single-handedly. I had him.
It's all about the price. I think you can get him for so cheap, and then
right now
he's a starter every week. So and he's just a wide receiver. So I think the price is extremely low to where it'll be worth it.
I agree. Next guy on the list, running back Jonathan Taylor. So he, like Cooper, has had 2 subpar weeks. He had 1 good week in the first week where he got 56 yards, 17 carries, but for some reason he's not able to find the red zone. But I think the law of average says that's going to change in week 4 against a soft Miami Dolphins defense that just let, Peyton Barber run all over him. I think he's going to get a lot of opportunities in the goal line. They just got rid of Marlon Mack. So I think, he doesn't have a lot of competition. Naheem Hines is the pass catching back, so he's going to get all the goal line work. So I think the law of average says JT is going to bounce back. So get him now while you can, but before he goes off in week 4.
All right. I have a question. Okay.
Yes.
So
I think Marlon Mack's still a Colt. He just requested a trade.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
He's probably on the outskirts of the game plan, though, just to clarify for everyone.
Yeah. He's a healthy scratch.
Yeah. So he's not stressing, right? So he's
not going to
push ready to get traded.
Yeah, he's not pushing Taylor for any reps. It sounds like Hines is getting all those secondary reps. What do you think, though?
What was your question?
I proposed a trade to get Jonathan Taylor. It didn't work out. So I think I think I would have to up it up a little bit, up the price. So I'm in a league a charity league where you get points per carry, and it's also a boosted rushing yards. So you get a bonus for all rushing yards. 75 rushing yards equals 10 points. And every carry is 0.2 points. So obviously you want to start a running back at flex if you can. But I'm stacked at wide receiver. I got Mike Williams on my bench. I mean, not
solid.
he's been on my bench. I got CeeDee Lamb. Like, I got a ton of great wide receivers. And so should I trade Mike Williams for Jonathan Taylor? Like, I mean, I know that deal would get done.
Straight up.
I mean, I know. I mean, or should I just keep trying to get him for a little bit cheaper? Because that's taking a bit longer. It's not happening.
I think that the Mike Williams productivity as of late cannot be sustained season long, and he's definitely like the highest that he's going to be in terms of value. So sometimes, I mean, you just have to give up the value because the running back commodity is more valuable. You know what I mean? So I think in this case, if you could get that done straight up, I think that's a risk, you know, for for the JT owner to trade. So
yeah, honestly,
you can get that. Yeah.
It's also half PPR. It's half PPR. And then, running backs get points for carry and boosted points for rushing yards. So that scoring system like changes.
So he's not as valuable. Mike Williams is what you're saying.
He's still balling in that league.
He's got a couple carries. I don't think Mike Williams is going to sustain like Mike saying. I still think he's going to have really good games down the stretch, and he's a good target for Herbie. But Taylor, I think, is that much better, and he will get better as Wentz gets healthier.
I mean, that's Wentz.
When that happens, if that happens, you're right. But if Wentz is playing on two good legs and ankles, he may
two good ankles.
I don't have
more of a threat for the downfield game, which
I'm not worried about Jonathan Taylor. I'm worried about the rest of the Colts. That's my they seem to have caught some kind of, I don't know, one of these curses that I give these teams. I don't know, something rubbed on. Maybe they touched the Detroit Lion on the way to the locker room.
Didn't Quinn Nelson get hurt? And then
it's T.Y. Hilton's hurt.
Terrible.
The O-line's hurt. Like, I mean, obviously you want Jonathan Taylor if you can get him for cheap. We got
a $5 question.
We don't see many donations on this.
Yeah, I feel like we must answer this.
We have to that's a rule. I think we just stop podcasting and just answer.
Drop what you're doing.
So big supporter here. Ankit asks,
Ankit Patel,
trade Tannehill and Julio for Stafford and Allen Robinson, full PPR. Afraid Julio's hamstring injury could linger.
Yes,
like last year.
Yes.
I mean, this isn't even close.
Yeah,
I think the A-Rob thing with unsure.
Like, who's his quarterback? But still,
and who can block for any of those quarterbacks? Also, right? That's probably the concern with this guy actually sending this trade, Stafford and A-Rob. I'd take the Staff and A-Rob side 100 out of 100 times. But I think that's the only reason he's getting this offer.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
I'm just saying A-Rob is not. Let me clarify. A-Rob is not producing to the level he should because his quarterback situation is garbage.
Yeah, he's been.
Therefore, this trade wouldn't even be offered to Ankit if A-Rob was playing at a better level, or if his quarterback.
If he had a good quarterback,
If this trade offer would have never happened,
it'd be laughed at.
Dalton was playing halfway decent, is my point.
Well, here's the thing, though. Tannehill and Julio were both. So you're trading two busts for one elite player and a bust.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it on the surface,
at least you get the elite player.
No, it's a big deal, and it's same exact position. So it's not like we don't have to crunch extra numbers on this one. So some people are like trade a tight end and a running back for 3 wide receivers. I'm like, I mean, that's this is just it's almost like a 1-for-1. It's the same position
for both.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. And then the other two guys are healthy. It's and you know what you're gonna do? Allen Robinson's poised to have a pretty good game this week against the Lions. So I mean, I think you can make this. I think you can flip this trade again in 7 days and get something even better if you wanted to. If you're on that type of skill level with the trading. So definitely go get Stafford and A-Rob.
Good trade-in kit for you.
Can I finish my list?
Okay, yeah. You want to move on to the next guy?
Yeah. Just for time's sake. Okay, so the third guy, last person on my buy low list is Kyle Pitts. Now, I know this is very risky as he's been a bust so far, but I honestly believe I'm going to die my Kyle Pitts sword. And that will be, I feel like he's going to break out in week 4 against the Washington football team and then have an even bigger game week 5 against the Jets. It's going to happen, okay? And he's an elite player. His value is at its all-time low right now. Everyone's calling him a bust. So if you are weak in the tight end position, you've had some injuries, I think now you take a gamble and you try and get Kyle Pitts while you can. I'm sure you could get him for a bag of beans right now. So that's I don't know.
Well, hopefully this is another one where the Falcons suck, and hopefully they know how to use Kyle Pitts.
They do suck.
So it's not even necessarily that Pitts is a rookie and he has to learn how to play better, but it's like the coaching staff are a bunch of rookies and they need to know how to use them better as well. And so I don't know. It's a lot of worry with Pitts, but
a lot of worry. But the upside is there. If you're trying to just take a home run swing and just think he'll figure it out in the second half.
You need home run swings to win.
Yes, correct.
I would agree with Mikey. I'm still on the Kyle Pitts train. I still think the talent is going to supersede the bad team, the bad situation that he's on. So I think long term it's going to end up working in his favor.
Yeah, I agree. So enough with the buy lows. Let's talk about people you want to sell high on. And the first person is Gibby, Antonio Gibson. So basically, he's been subpar for the first 2 weeks. He had a 75-yard touchdown last week against the Bills. And some people didn't even start him because it was a bad matchup and they kind of gave up hope. But I started him anyway. Luckily, he got that fluke TD catch. But, 75 yards. He has a really good matchup week 4 against Atlanta. But then week 5, it gets dicey against the Saints. But what I think is happening here is he is injury prone. As you can see, he's dealing currently with a shin injury. And I think it's weird that J.D. McKissic is getting, a lot of the pass catching work out of the backfield, even though Antonio Gibson was a wide receiver. But I just see this happening like all throughout the season. I just don't think he's the workhorse that a lot of people said he was going to be before the season. And he had a good game. So if he has another one, I think it's time to sell high and get, something really good for Antonio Gibson before he starts to decline or something happens. He gets injured. Knock on wood. Okay. Yeah. Do you have a rebuttal on that, Couch?
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at it.
As an Antonio Gibson owner.
Antonio Gibson
I would disagree.
I would. Okay. Well, maybe I do sell him after the Falcons game.
That's what I'm saying.
But would I trade him for Zeke? Let's say, for example.
Yeah, I would.
I like Gibby over Zeke still. I'm just
really.
I think Antonio Gibson is.
What about Gibson
for a huge season?
What about Gibson for J. Rob? That's more realistic.
I think that is realistic.
No, it's not.
What about
they
Gibby
played
for
the
Chubb?
Bengals just now. Let's not.
I'm just saying, but you could get that. Like, no.
Yeah, I don't want to.
No.
I don't want to get that. I don't want.
What would you want? What would you want for Antonio Gibson? That's realistic.
That's what I'm saying. Zeke,
Saquon.
What about
Saquon?
the guy?
Saquon. That's a good one. I think Saquon's a good one because people are willing to. Well, let's not jump ahead. But
what about Najee? Could you get Najee?
I don't think you could get Najee right now.
You'd have to add something.
Yeah, you'd have to add something. I think
you'd have to downgrade.
I just don't see anybody I'd trade him for though, other than. That's the
what
thing.
About Saquon? Would you trade him?
He'd go Derrick Henry, Kamara, or those guys. You would, but
no one's gonna.
No one's gonna do that.
No one's gonna do that.
What about Austin Eckler?
Ew.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
I personally wouldn't. I don't know if Brains changed.
I would do that.
He just didn't like the value.
He's looking a lot. He's looking a lot better than Gibson.
Yeah.
As of now. So
I just personally
I can
sell Gibson this early.
Yeah. See. All right. Anyway,
make your pitch.
Yeah, I just did. So Eckler is definitely. I would definitely get it. What did Val say?
He said
Eckler sucks.
Appreciate you.
I still have my worries. I still have my worries with Eckler, and I'm still not fully sold. But I mean, as of now, like I've been wrong. Like he's looked great, and those other running backs.
He looks great.
Those other running backs aren't really doing much. Roundtree.
I meant to do this one. You can get Hill for Gibson now.
Tyreek
Hill?
No. Maybe.
Tyreek Hill's a buy low.
Actually, maybe. Yeah, that's a buy low.
That's a buy low.
Fishing.
We'll just add that as a buy low.
Fishing.
All right, let me finish. Let me finish my list.
These are good comments on your topic, though.
These are good, though. These are good.
I'll come back.
But let's go back to it. Let's circle back. All right, my next running back, next person on the buy low, Zack Moss. Coming from back to back.
Sell high.
Sell high. Sorry.
This is a personal attack on my Moss.
Zack Moss. Now, I'll be honest.
I'm just
with you
joking.
Guys. I picked him up in a league lately, so I'm trying to ride the Zack Moss wave. But I know who Zack Moss is, and he's not this guy. He's not an RB1. Okay, he's gonna come back down to earth real soon. Okay, he's still splitting a lot of time with Devin Singletary. He's caught some fluke touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns in week 2. Like he's not gonna have that production every week. This is a passing team, so. I think it's been a fluke last 2 weeks. This is Zack Moss's highest value that he's going to have all season. So sell him now while you can and get, something good.
Let me rebuttal this one because I am a Zack Moss halfway truther believer. Okay. As you know, Mikey, I drafted him in our duos league, right?
Yes.
Which we have a decent running back situation, so we may want to
now we do. Yeah.
Moving him, right? So
maybe we should.
But I think he's just going to be that touchdown vulture. Sorry, the goal line touchdown vulture. And he does catch a few passes here and there. He's improved that skill, I think, from last year. Singletary did look good in the first week. But I think Moss is just stronger.
You don't think Josh Allen is the goal line vulture?
You're probably right. I mean, it's probably 50-50 at that point. But I just think Zack Moss is stronger to run through the tackles more than Singletary is. And I think that's what the Bills are going to end up needing, especially when they run it out of the shotgun formation a lot. You got a thought, Couch?
Fair.
I think. I mean, he's facing the Texans. He'll have a good game.
Yeah. After that,
I mean, you might as well sell him. Like,
should we put him on the block? Don't make me do it, Mike.
He's still not going to pan out.
This is a marriage.
Like, you never want to.
After this Houston Texans game, it will be at an all-time high.
You never want to start Zack Moss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Put it like that. He's the type of guy.
We have him in our starting lineup right now in the duos league.
We got one more good game out of him. Let's get one more.
It's the Texans.
That's
it. You're banking on this game and then you sell him.
Right, and then
Mikey picked up Trimble in that league too. That was a great pickup.
Thank you.
Just wanted to say
thank you.
I forgot.
Yes, thank you.
We went overboard on Trimble last week, so we're not going to go there.
Yeah,
we'll continue on.
I love Tommy Tremble.
The Tremble episode.
Should we bring up more Tremble?
People can't get enough Tremble. It's crazy.
Look at Brain. He's thinking.
I love it. I love Tremble. I mean,
what's wrong with Tremble?
The floor, sir.
Did you guys
this
go
is your
overboard?
floor.
Like, how much did you?
We were just talking about how good of a pickup he
prospect
was, and how Brain made that crazy good trade in Empire League for.
I got Tommy Tremble for free. Is what
basically
happened.
Yeah.
He just got
drafted
added
him
to a trade.
in one of the dynasty leagues, Drew.
Did you?
Oh
yeah, that's right. Captains.
Yeah.
You have a win now team too.
I just elevated him. Yeah, it's a.
Should we answer a couple questions, or do you have another one? I can't remember.
The last one, Saquon. I mean, I think he's still hurt. I don't think he's someone you can count on full season. He's got a terrible matchup this week, so you might want to sell him before he plays the Saints. I just don't believe in him long term. So Saquon, if you have him, it's time to jump ship. Get what you can while you can before he gets hurt. And that's the sad truth.
I mean, this has been Saquon TV since like week 1, Brain. We've been like pumping this guy up like
I can't sell my career.
I mean,
but he goes.
I need your rebuttal right here.
That's like the guy who called me and wanted to buy Fantasy Couch. It didn't happen.
This story.
So what do you think's gonna happen here?
No, you can't be talking too much.
We demonetized.
I was just like, how about if somebody would want to buy the company? And I was like, well, I mean, that's stupid. Nobody would want to do that. Then like, I got a call. Like,
I gotta
Just
go.
right after that, this guy's like, I want to buy it. And I was like, you sure you don't want to just like partner
Rent
up
it?
and me to push some ads?
Sure you want to buy it? You want to just
He's
rent
like,
it
nah,
out?
we're acquiring. That's what we're doing, and we just want to buy it. And I was like,
Wow.
all right. I mean, I entertained.
All right.
Were they gonna keep you as the host or what? Just
yeah,
make you
yeah.
shave
I
your
was
beard?
gonna. Yeah, they were not
Like,
stupid.
no,
That's,
you got to shave your beard though.
Nah, see, that's the thing. Some companies are
Yeah,
really
change your name.
stupid. They think they can continue the brand without
the person,
the guy, and it's dumb. Because I'm the brand. It's like the stupidest thing you could do. No,
For
they
sure.
wanted to keep me on. They just wanted to make sure I was good. So they're not dumb. It was just a bold move, and I pretended. I mean, I knew I was gonna say no. Like, I mean, it's like exactly what you do to be entrepreneur and have your own brand. To sell it is just,
Silly.
it just goes
Don't
against the
sell
whole
low.
point. So,
Don't sell low.
and that's why I'm not selling Saquon. Yeah, that would.
This is a good point, Mike.
That would have been selling low for sure. That's really the
Cheers.
main
Don't
point to
sell
that
low.
is I know he would have offered very little for a small,
Yeah.
fantasy brand.
And
It
you'd
would
still
have
be
been so
doing this.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd have a boss,
That was
Yeah.
terrible.
Wouldn't
and
be
I'd
fun at
have
that
a
point.
few bucks, and I'd regret it, and I'd be
Yeah.
depressed to be like, why did I
Yeah.
do this? Like, why
Yeah.
did
That's how Matthew Berry must feel. You know?
The only thing you'd have to
I? He's got a way bigger
NFTs.
wallet though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but,
true. For now. But
No,
he's,
that's it.
you
But
know,
Matthew,
he's gonna
look, Matthew
retire
Berry has a family and stuff, so for
That's
him, it's
true.
cool that like stability is like he's
Yeah,
already
clocks
done. He's
in,
already.
clocks
I'm just
out.
kidding.
accomplished it.
No shade to Matthew Berry.
Yeah,
I was just
he's
a
the
joke.
GOAT
I was
still.
kidding.
Yeah, he is
Sorry.
the GOAT. We got to have him on the
He's
show.
the GOAT.
But
He's the GOAT. I was talking
Saquon
about Field
Barkley-
Yates, though. I was talking about Field Yates.
I put my whole like this was a Saquon Barkley year, so there's just
Yeah.
no way I can sell him. Right, and look at this:
Yeah.
3 fantasy points, 8 fantasy points, 21 fantasy points. I mean, the chart is
It's going up.
way up.
Going up.
And I just can't. Devin Booker, healthy scratch. Devontae Booker, sorry, that's
Oh, yeah.
too much
Devin
NBA
Booker.
Top Shot.
Yeah.
Devontae Booker, healthy scratch, week 3. I mean, this is incredible news. 48% snap count, 84% snap count, 86% snap count. But week 3 doesn't even matter anymore. Like I said, Devontae Booker, healthy scratch. I mean, that's really all you need to know. Like Saquon Barkley's back. He's in full form. This is exactly what I thought. Some doctors were saying maybe he'll return in November. I mean, look at this. Come on. He returned to week 1. He was ready to go. So there's just no way I'm selling. Saints is a very tough defense. I'm thinking Chuba Hubbard might outscore Saquon Barkley this week, and that's fine. But then after that, he's got some really good matchups. And if he gets the passing work, like against the Chiefs week 8, if he's the passing down back, hey, that's all good. And that's kind of one reason why you got Gibson, selling high, because you're afraid in a game like that, it's going to be McKissick's show. But we're thinking week 8 against the Chiefs, it's gonna probably be the Saquon Barkley show, regardless of the game script. So I can't sell. I cannot sell. Everyone's lukewarm on Saquon. They're still not fully adjusted yet, but some of the hate has gone. I just don't think his stock is high enough to where I would actually sell him.
That's fair.
I completely agree. I mean,
That's
the news you said about Booker, they had Brightwell, the rookie, as their second and only backup running back, and he played special teams almost the whole game. So that
Elijah Penny's a fullback, is that right?
No, you're right. So that is another.
Is he a full? He's a running back. He's not a fullback.
He's technically a fullback.
Okay,
But
so
Brightwell
yeah, I mean,
and Barkley
basically
were the
no
only two
other.
last year.
Yeah, so
There's
basically
nobody else
no
on the
other
roster.
running
He's
backs,
getting
yeah.
everything. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just the best point I think you can make.
But
in this
is their
case.
offense that good?
It's not the best. But it goes through him.
What I say is how
They
just
lost their
how
receivers.
how special do you think he is? So I'm thinking he's on Adrian Peterson level when I'm looking at fantasy.
Prime.
So
Prime AP.
I mean, his prime went quite a few years. So yeah,
You're
during his good reign on the Vikings.
I don't think
basically.
Danny Dimes is good enough to keep defenses honest though.
Who was Adrian Peterson's quarterback? He was on the Vikings.
Did he? I mean,
Dante Culpepper?
Yeah, I was gonna say Dante Culpepper.
No, it
Kirk
was not
Cousins?
Dante Culpepper. It
Kirk
was not.
Cousins. Brett Favre.
No.
Brett
Brett
Favre
Favre was
been in
on
there.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
Brett
one
Favre.
or 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had like
Damn, how would I look this one
Tyrese
up?
Jackson or something. That's what I'm saying.
Tavares Jackson.
Yeah,
Tavares
I'm telling
Jackson.
that's the thing. We don't even know. That's my point. Is like so and Dan, guess what? Daniel
I'm over here
Jones is
trying to look
added
it
in
up.
most leagues. Most leagues have him rostered. So I mean,
Well, I have one. I has a comment here I want to address real quick. So, someone said AJ Brown is the best buy low. Do you guys feel that way? I have AJ Brown, so I'm trying to like.
We had an AJ Brown
I don't know.
conversation last week.
Oh, you
no,
did?
I
Okay,
don't. I don't
know.
think he is because he's hurt. It's best to avoid.
Yeah, I
it.
don't think he is.
It's
either.
best to avoid real injuries. And then the guy who drafted AJ Brown overpaid for him. So if I bought a car for 50,000 and I thought it was really cool and I posted on Instagram and then someone's like, hey, I'll buy it for 3,200. It's gonna be hard for me to sell. I just don't think. And it's
Felipe bought him though. Felipe bought him. And it didn't work out. He got him for like pennies though.
I think that was before the injury.
Yeah, I think it might have been.
Yeah, so now with the injury, so now the car is not going to be running for a few weeks on top of that. So,
right.
No, I disagree.
Was that a fair trade? I feel like that trade was super lopsided. It was Rondale Moore and Noah Fant for AJ Brown and like some fab, like $400 fat. I swear.
I like to think of this as one of those trades where both sides lose. That's my fantasy. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, but AJ Brown's got to be worth more than that. Like before he got injured, like I feel like he was sold for nothing. Like
that's why I hope both sides lose. Like,
yeah, is that collusion? Should we have voted that down?
No, it's not bad. Now look at Fant though. I mean, now Fant is probably
more valuable.
Super valuable with all these injuries. KJ Hamler's out. Jerry Judy's out.
That's true.
I mean, Fant looks better than AJ Brown to me.
Rondale Moore looks better right now than AJ Brown.
Oh man, don't.
I mean, today, as of today.
I wanted to open this one up because I remember this from the live stream. Wasn't this last night or was it?
Why did you say that, everyone?
No, I don't know. I don't know where. I mean,
last night. He asked you a question last night on the live stream. I was listening.
Oh, really?
And you were going in between two terrible defenses. I think it was Titans and Bengals. And you said, to be honest with you, man, I hate both of them.
Yeah. So
okay. So Drew, remember, I have no idea what this is.
And you said, I hate both of them, but I'm running my algorithms. Bengals, I like them a little bit more. I think I'm literally
Drew.
Just off the top of my head.
I remember this guy with the Twitch logo, and I don't remember any of the advice.
I think it was Titans. I think you were deciding between Titans.
You want to really start the Titans defense or the worst?
But I hate both of them. You did say that, so I'm just backing my boy up here.
I gotta cut out. I have to go to a basketball game. So,
all right.
All right, we'll say goodbye to Mike, and then we'll stay on another 10 minutes to answer some questions. But that was Mike's buy low, sell high. Go ahead and listen to that advice, except for the Saquon. Get off the Saquon Barkley crap.
Yeah.
Don't have the people. Yeah, don't have people listening to that. You know, we can't just sell my career that I've worked so hard for and just here's Saquon. I had to fight off scenes, Lord of the Rings scenes where there's like thousands of those goblins at the end or orcs. I had to fight off all those orcs. I fought them off with my tablet, my phone, my monitor,
your Apple
my
Watch.
Roku app, my Apple Watch. Yeah, setting my lineup, doing mock drafts. I fought them all off, and now we're just gonna give away the precious. Give it to Golem. Like, here, Golem, here.
We're big Gibby Saquon guys this year, so yeah, I just couldn't get on those two. But
the Gibby I get though. I get the Gibby, but I don't. Yeah, there's just no. I can't. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I'm gonna go along for the ride. That's what I'm not getting off the roller coaster.
Well, I got a question for you from Ryan. I'll let you read it.
Cordero Patterson and Antonio Brown for Julio Jones. You don't want Julio Jones right now. Again, it's a hamstring injury. He was a guy I drafted a lot, and he was a guy that I already started making up excuses for, right? I already put caution tape around it. I already put a lot of beware, I love the value. And right now, I wouldn't hate this trade so much, but Julio Jones is hurt. And so this makes the trade lopsided. It goes the other way. Cordell Patterson, he's okay. He's not that valuable in this type of trade, but he's still a piece. And then Antonio Brown, who I still have tremendous confidence in. One good game, one bad game, but I think he'll be good the rest of the year.
I gotta agree. I mean, you're giving up 2 healthy players for 1 hurt player, and I'm assuming this is redraft, so we're always trying to win now in redraft. We're not playing for next year, so you wouldn't want to do that. All right, I got another one for you. It's a little longer.
Max, Dante Johnson and Jonathan Taylor for Nick Chubb and Antonio Brown. Full PPR. I'm JT side. Thanks. So I would say that the wide receivers are a wash, essentially. And don't yell at me, but I mean, look at their quarterback. One's Big Ben. You're talking about washed. One's Big Ben and one's Brady. It's
to go
almost the best and the worst right now. Big Ben used to be elite, but that was a decade ago. Times have changed since he's won those Super Bowls.
Imagine the last time Ben was elite, he had a wide receiver named Antonio Brown catching the ball.
Yeah, this was
so it's a little different now.
So it's, who do you want, Jonathan Taylor or Nick Chubb? I want Chubb. I want Nick Chubb on my team.
Yeah, I think he's a touchdown machine.
So really. I guess I would make that trade, and I would go get Antonio Brown and Nick Chubb. Browns are a team I trust. I never thought I'd say that. Browns are a team I trust. The Colts are just are very messy. I would definitely do this. And on top of that, Dante Johnson's hurt. I know he's coming back this week and all that, but this whole Steelers team looks hurt, man. Like you got Steelers and Colts, right?
Yeah.
Versus Browns and Bucks. These are 2 playoff teams, 2 good teams, 2 teams that we love starting, their running backs and receivers. And then you got these 2 other franchises who are just like, oh God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen this year, let alone what's going to happen next year with these franchises. So yeah, take that trade. Go get Nick Chubb. I don't know if you agree with me, Drew.
Yeah, I got to agree. Big time, actually. But you made a lot of the points I would make, honestly. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But
it's a yes. Max. Yeah, it's a yes. All right. What do you think? What do you think about Dalvin Cook? Now, how do I answer this? Or what do I? He's probably going to come back this week. He was kind of close to coming back last week. If he plays, you start him.
Yeah, you got to start Dalvin no matter what if he's playing.
Dalvin is Dalvin. I think we know who Dalvin Cook is. Injury seems minor. Practice Wednesday and practice Thursday, both on limited capacity.
So we got another one from Sexton Better. Should I start Zeke or JT Couch with?
Yeah, you didn't need to read it. You didn't need to read the name.
Oh goodness!
Should I start Zeke or JT Couch?
The Twitch guy got me.
With Zeke playing Carolina, I would start. Zeke. Carolina is actually good all of a sudden. Actually,
yeah, but I'm still gonna start Zeke. I still think Zeke is the better play.
I don't think there's a choice here, to be honest. But I like to just make sure I'm looking right. Yeah, I mean I don't think you have a choice, man. Yeah, you really don't. You have to start Zeke over JT. He hasn't really done anything.
Here's another one. I don't know who the Ravens play. Let me check for you.
The Ravens. I got my rankings up here. Ravens Broncos play the Broncos, and so the question is thoughts on Lamar this week, and that's a really tough one. And this is just kind of like pre-draft rankings. I think the QB2, who I got right now, Josh Allen, and the QB like 11 or something, Russell Wilson, Burrow, Aaron Rodgers. I don't think there's a big difference between any of those guys. I mean, if you got Lamar Jackson, you're starting him. He's been a tough guy to predict. He's really bad game, good game, bad. I mean, bad game, he's still giving you like 20 points, so it's not.
Oh yeah,
it's not terrible. But I'd say disappointing week 1, a pleasant surprise week 2, disappointing week 3. Maybe he repeats that and another even game. He just does very well against a pretty good defense against the Broncos. I mean, I got him like QB6 or QB5 on my rankings or something. So I like it. It's a really good defense, but they haven't played good teams either. So this will be their first matchup.
Just as of note, test. Rashad Bateman comes back this week. Not that that's a huge impact.
Is he for sure coming back though?
From what the news is saying so far is he's been activated from IR. So that usually is typical that they're going to play, because you can keep a guy on IR for 21 days, I believe, before activating him. Because like N'Keal Harry is, for example, still on IR, but he's eligible to come off, you see.
Oh, so they took him completely off IR.
Yeah, so my understanding is he will play. I'm not saying Bateman's going to turn that offense into something like, the Arizona Cardinals or anything, but I just think it gives a little bit more for weaponry. Plus, he just has a little bit more, take pressure off him. Obviously, better receiver is going to catch the ball.
It's really, he's a tough guy to predict. I think he'll be good this week. Lamar Jackson, that is. Let's
move on. This is a long one, but it goes back to our buy low conversation earlier. I'm gonna let you read it, obviously.
10-inch. All right. Got a buy low question. Should I trade Henderson for Woods? Yeah. I think I'd go get Robert Woods. Was still getting a decent amount of targets on an elite offense. Worried about Henderson injury. Other players are CMC, Chuba, J-Rob, Ridley, Dante T. Higgins, 0-3. So need to win now. Okay, so none of that really quite matters. Also, one guy you didn't write in your question is Sony Michelle, I think, and Sean McVay. I think you need to fear those two guys. And so Henderson is a running back. That's a lot of value. But you got Sony Michelle, who's looking better. You have Sean McVay, who's known to screw fantasy owners on a consistent basis and lie to us. He's very good at lying. I think he's lied about running backs every single time except one time, which makes it even worse because now you know the truth might come if he ever talks about running backs in his press conferences. So I would do it. I think you're buying low on Woods, and Henderson is kind of, he's proven that he can do it. And so that's good. Imagine if Henderson never put up a good game, you couldn't even sell him. So he has one good game. You can sell him. And, you can wrap him up in this present and with this bow that says, and the card on the top says starting running back for the Rams. That looks like a great present, but you open it up. Point. It's this Sean McVay snake that comes up and spits in your face and gives you 0 fantasy points. Snake McVay.
Oh man, I'm thinking of thumbnails already.
Snake McVay. Yeah.
That was a really good interpretation of this present that you were talking about. Geez, 10 inch. I have to agree with my boy. It's just the points are too good. You make all the good points.
Yeah, you're getting Robert Woods, who's we know is going to be good.
Tons of value this year. I think.
We know he's going to be good. You're buying low, and usually, almost always, I'm taking the running back side. But we've all had Rams running backs, right, guys? We've all owned rostered a Rams running back at some point. How did it ever end up? Tell me one other way it ended up other than in just
the best one I remember having is Steven Jackson. I will say that was a good one back in the day.
No. Sean McVay. We're talking
era. Years. No, you're right. You're right. I'm in Fisher era.
I'm talking about a Sean. Sorry. Yeah, you're talking about younger Jeff Fisher.
You're right. There is no good. Ago. I had Acres this year.
No, I'm talking about the past 3-4 years. Yeah,
I sold all those stocks.
I'm talking about Cam Akers. I'm talking about Henderson. I'm talking about Malcolm Brown. They've all been disappointments at some point. And, Cam Akers. Oh, he panned out. But, I've seen Cam Akers owners last year. It was too late for you guys. You guys all lost by the time that happened. So it's all heartbreak at the end. So that's why I would go get Robert Woods.
Yeah, I agree with you, brother.
I did just answer this one on YouTube. So Fishing is in the FFPC Dynasty League that I was recommending. So it's a high stakes dynasty league, and he's asking, should I trade Jalen Hurts for a 2022 first and Marlon Mack? $250 Superflex Dynasty League. And so this is the advice I gave him, really, was to just, because remember, this isn't, it's everything's not black or white. I don't want to just hit button A or button B. This is a high stakes dynasty league. It is a different beast than, I'm in a $10 redraft league with my buddies. Like it's not the same thing.
Way different.
Yeah, it's totally different. So I told him, look, take a step back. The first thing you want to do is don't do this trade now. Wait for Jalen Hurts to play the Chiefs. So that's the first thing we want to do. And I haven't even assessed. Jalen Hurts hasn't even played a whole year yet in the NFL. So his question was basically like, is Jalen Hurts going to like pan out like long term? So wait for him to play 2 games, at least 1 game, because his value should go up after the Chiefs game. So do that. Second is in Superflex Dynasty, I've drafted in this format. Quarterbacks go so early in drafts. Like it's insane. So you will really want to try to get your quarterback situation straight, and then you're going to be able to get all steals everywhere else. Running backs are going to fall to running backs that would go in round 1 are going to fall to round 2. That's going to be nuts. Like, could you, if I translated that into redraft language, could you believe if Zeke or Kamara fell to round 2 in a redraft? Like, that's disgusting. That's what happens in Superflex Dynasty. These rookie running backs will fall because everyone's going to get the quarterbacks. They're like, oh my God, I need a quarterback. And all the quarterbacks go early. So you really want to get your quarterback situation. I mean, that first round pick, I don't know what you're going to do with it. I mean, you probably be able to get a good wide receiver. That's all we can guarantee. But, I don't want you to be in a situation where you're going to be like everyone else. Oh crap, I need a quarterback. And that's why all these quarterbacks go so early in these leagues. And I like Jalen Hurts. If I had to guess, I like Jalen Hurts. I still am holding out some hope for him. And let's see how he does these next 2. He needs to improve a lot, but he's a guy who puts up fantasy points, but he needs to improve in real life so that he can actually stay a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, let me just give some Debbie Drew perspective, if you will. So the top 3 quarterbacks you're looking at for 2022 are going to be Spencer Rattler, Howell. Sorry, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but he plays for North Carolina. And then you also have Malik Willis. So, I mean, those are 3 top prospects for the quarterback position, but I still think you should probably, like Hussein's saying, wait for that value to go up. And Mac is not much getting back with that first round pick. I mean, that's basically nothing. So I would hold for now.
Yeah, just think of, the other guy is the one who's like probably getting the deal.
Sam Howell. From UNC, the quarterback. Go ahead.
He's giving away Marlon Mack. He's like, I'm freeing up a roster space. Like, he loves that. And I'm getting a Jalen Hurts, who's like, yeah, imagine if Jalen Hurts was in a rookie draft. Like, he'd be going so early. Like, that's the thing. So this guy's really trying to get over on you. And, those are the 2 things I would do. Try to get your quarterback situation straight, even if you have to give up everything else, and do not do this trade until you see Jalen Hurts play a little bit more.
So I got one from Amar.
How are the Bengals going to survive Zach Taylor? Terrible play calling if they keep winning and is retained in 2022. I don't know. I don't see any hope for this team if that happens. But, they have a lot of great pieces, though. They have I love a lot of these offensive pieces and even some defensive pieces. So they have the right pieces. I'm worried about the coach. I'm worried about Joe Mixon. They still have a lot of fine tuning to do, and they need to get more pieces. Man, it's an uphill battle. They barely beat the Jags. I didn't know when to start the podcast because it could have went to overtime. So that's why we started a few minutes later. It's not. It's definitely worrisome, but in perspective, Bengals fans, you guys seen a lot of crap, man, and now you have at least some pieces that are fun to watch.
Very fun to watch.
Yeah, Andy Dalton, his last year was not fun.
Burrow's great to watch. He's
incredible.
He's got the swag. He's got an electric arm. You got some great wide receivers. On the outside.
Incredible wide receivers. CJ Uzama, they seem to need to be using him more. I was funny. I had him as a GPP pick, like a week or two ago, and I mean, I would have won the $1 million. Come on, it needed some injuries for it to happen. CJ Uzama, best fantasy player today. What the heck was that? Came out of nowhere.
That was great. Look at this question.
Yeah, this is when people play basketball, bro. They play late.
It's an adult league. I think he's just referring to, it's not like an NBA game or anything. No preseason game.
Oh, is that what he? Yeah. He doesn't. Maybe that. Yeah, Mike is playing. With his. He's going in the league. Yeah. So that game starts at 10 p.m. If you must know.
So Webb, a good supporter of ours, has a question.
What to do with Mark Andrews? I can't wait for that one big game, which may never come this year. So it actually did just come. I think
he had like 15 points. Gosh, no.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, 15. I remember 9 years for 15.9.
I was trying to trade for him today. Shout out to Ray.
Okay, so look at this, right? Let's draw this on a chart. 5, then 10, then 16. I mean, this is like it's going up like an exact scale, like 5 points, 5 points. I like them. There's a land of tight ends, man. It's very messy, but we knew it would be like this. That's the thing. Like when we look at the wide receivers, it's pretty surprising. When we look at the running backs, there's a good amount of surprises there. Quarterbacks, not too many big surprises. Tight ends, it's all over it's all over the place. It is surprise. I mean, it's a lot of weird names that we're not used to, but it's really not a surprise. We knew this would happen. And in this type of land, this type of scenario, this type of landscape, that's the word I wanted to use.
Right.
Mark Andrews is good. This is the type of tight end you want. Top 10 tight end still. Obviously had a terrible week 1, but I mean, they don't have a lot of tight ends on that team. He's getting the snaps. He's getting decent targets. This is what you want. This is what you want, guys. 4 targets is okay for a tight end in a game. 5 is really good. Like that's the big difference I'm seeing this week. It's not something that I don't have any data to back that up or research. I just look through like hundreds of these every single day, and that's like what just the number that just came to me. Like it's not something I thought of. Like every time I see 4, I'm like, this guy's a deep league waiver wire ad. Every time I see 5, I'm like, man, you might be able to start this guy. And so I'm seeing 5 targets, and 7 targets. It's good. It's not, it's not great. It's not top 5, top 6 like you wanted. But he was going as a 6th tight end off the board. And I think he can finish top 6. I really do.
Oh, I don't have much else to say than, Mark Andrews is a stud, and I'm thinking the incline is just, continuing on its way up. But I got
he's top
same
6.
kind of thought process as you. Here's another one though, from the same
Twitch.
guy. I can't pronounce this. Can't say his name.
Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, or Dante Johnson. Who should I?
What do the algorithms say? I'm gonna guess. Let me guess.
Sure.
I think the algorithms will favor Mr. Michael Evans playing against the Patriots as Tom Brady just tries to pelt that Patriots defense. I think he goes for like 5-6 touchdowns.
Not
in that game.
Even close.
Ooh, I'm off. I'm way off.
Not even close. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, they're going to run it a little bit, but it's going to be more like the Bucks game. He's going to throw. He's going to air it out, and it's going to be Amari Cooper, which is, wide receiver.
Corrected.
I mean, it could be wide receiver 1A. Really, between CD and Cooper, obviously us fantasy guys, we want to say he's seedier, but it's really, they're both the starters. Like there's really not a big separation between them.
They're 1A, 1B.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I'm the Cowboys coach or something or Dak, it's just, but I mean, who's really, is CD Lamb really 1A? We'd like to think so, but
I guess it just
we
depends on who's
discussed.
playing defense and which corners are matching up on who.
That's all it is. It's all
That's
it
really
is.
what Dak is
the
looking
play
for
call
every
is,
play,
what
I'm
the
sure.
scheme is, and then how the defense is defending.
But you can
them.
trust both of them equally to make the same play, make the same route, make the same great catch, yada yada.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the same Twitch user with a question about his 3 Cowboys.
Hey, Couch, is it bad that I have 3 Cowboy starters, Zeke, Lamb, and Cooper, on my team?
Shout out to Twitch, though. We definitely want to shout you guys
so
out.
we did this last year and we won in the Throne League. And, for us, it was great when Dak was healthy. It did work out. I will put it like this. I mean, this is not a yes or no answer. It's, it's quite simple. It's risky because you're essentially starting the Cowboys offense here. And so when the Cowboys are rolling, your team's going to have a much higher chance to win. But when the Cowboys offense is not rolling, your team's going to have a very, very tough chance to win in fantasy.
Or like week 2, when they decided to run the ball the whole game, you're probably not going to have a good game either.
Well, and Pollard vulture to touchdown. Well, actually, week 3 as well. So Zeke did well, but you went with a really unlucky scenario where all of Dak's passes went to Cedric Wilson and Dalton Schultz.
Good point. Yeah.
I'd say this is okay. Anyway, so
we're going back and forth on this. This is tough.
This is no. This is what you do. You don't do anything. You start them, and then if they blow up, if they do really well, I think the easiest one to trade right now, because we were just talking about this literally seconds ago, would be CeeDee Lamb. So if CeeDee Lamb blows up this game, nobody likes Amari Cooper, let's face it, and everyone was worried about Zeke just a second ago. So right now that's settled a little bit, but still a lot of worry with Zeke because of Pollard mainly, and everyone hates Amari Cooper
because he's boomer bust, injury related.
Well, they just hate him like it is what it is. Like
you.
People don't like Kirk Cousins either. Like it's just how it is.
No, you're right.
There's no hype, and so I think the easiest one to sell high would be CeeDee Lamb if he By the way, the algorithms have CeeDee Lamb even outscoring Amari Cooper, and I have both of them going off. So CeeDee Lamb, wait for him to have a good game or two, and then I would sell him high. I think you get a lot for CeeDee Lamb. I really do. But other than that, man, you're not doing nothing else. There's really nothing
straight
else
up for Diggs or what? Like that type of level? Like Lamb goes straight up for Diggs, or do you go like Lamb for like Kittle or something crazy, like to just really diversify?
That would be great. Lamb for Kittle, Hawkinson, that's a great one. If you can, something like that. I mean, you do want to ideally sell one, but you don't have to, and don't sell low. I think if you don't sell any of these guys, or you can't, that's fine. You're just gonna be rooting for the Cowboys every week. Nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, if you take an L, you take an L. But the Cowboys offense is a good one. They need to improve a little bit. You still have a chance to win. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you something where you have no chance to win. Like, it's doable. I mean, we did it last year, and that's when everything went sour after Dak got hurt. So it's doable. You just got to be very careful.
I feel like you answered this in a way, but do you want to just solidify your answer with this?
Well, we talked about Antonio Gibson before. I know you're a big Gibby fan. Should I be worried about him? Yes, there is concern, but I see his talent, and I think the talent is there. He's not really getting the snap count. He is suffering a lot of minor injuries. So there is concern for sure. I'm very excited to see how he performs. I still think he's good. Maybe one of those things you just got to give it time. Mike's saying to sell high. So I don't know. I am torn because Gibby plays the Falcons this week. Maybe right after that game you sell high. All depends what you can get. But I'm still riding the Gibby train. If I can get a lot for him after this week, I would consider it. Other than that, man, I think you got to ride it out. There's really not a lot of good, talented running backs we can start. I don't know. Not on my roster. There's not. I got 2 running backs, and that's it, right? Because usually people Some people do have 3 or 4. That's so, and they have a balanced team. That's rare though. Usually, if you have 3 or 4, is you just went way too robust RB, and you're really like you don't even have a tight end to start.
Yeah, I got lucky, and I have Gibby in 2 dynasty leagues. One dynasty league I'm really light on running backs, and that's the league I'm in with you. And then I have a different league that I'm in, and I have a fairly good stable. So, but I'm bullish on Gibby, so I don't want to spend too much more time on the same topic. There is one more question, though. It's kind of a dual question from Christian.
We'll end
so he goes, thoughts on Chase moving forward, but then he goes, had Chase and Robinson today combining for 34, period. Should I play Hopkins coming off the rib injury with Ramsey, or start, Jalen Ramsey from the Rams, or start Chuba Hubbard for a floor, which I'm assuming means for like a high floor.
Yeah, high, like a safe guy. Okay, so I've told everyone to stop talking about Jalen Ramsey, start DeAndre Hopkins, you'll be fine. But in this case, if Christian McCaffrey is out, which it pretty much seems like he is, you got to start Chuba Hubbard, because Chuba Hubbard is, I don't know why I was talking about he didn't really look good in it. Like, he looked good. I'm a huge fan, so I didn't see any like, oh my God, he's like Saquon Barkley, like I wasn't like blown away. But he's still good. He's still solid, and he's got a good matchup. And so you got to start Chuba Hubbard this week. Like, there's really no other reason you got Chuba Hubbard than, if C-Mac is out, then you got the Chuba. So you got to go with Chuba Hubbard. Like, it's such a high floor. He's going to be so reliable. And I'm telling everyone to start DeAndre Hopkins. Don't worry about that. But when you have Chuba Hubbard, who, there's copious data. There's copious examples where the workhorse running back goes out and then the backup comes in and does well as long as he's getting that volume.
Last week with Madison? I was just gonna say,
yeah. Madison put up the exact same numbers that Dalvin did. Like, it was literally the same guy. You get the same exact.
Some of the same moves, by the way. He made Dalvin like moves out there. It was great.
It was the same exact thing. There was no like what did he finish? Like top 4, top 3 running back.
I think
top
he had
2?
25 points. Total.
Yeah, probably the second highest scoring running back last week. Yeah, because Najee was number 1. And then, you got Madison, who put up like 23, 25 fantasy points. Good for a top 3 finish. So it's a little bit more risky with Chuba, but it's good, man. I think you got to start Chuba. And it's not just for like what you do have a good team that's going to likely win. You do want a high floor, but any other situation, I would still start Chuba. Like, even if you're up, even if you're down, even if you didn't tell me who else is on your team, I would start Chuba Hubbard over DeAndre Hopkins. Because the truth be told, Hopkins does have a minor injury, and he is being guarded by Jalen Ramsey. So that does limit his ceiling a little bit. Definitely start Chuba Hubbard. All right, guys, we're going to end it on that.
I want to make sure. I have running backs right here. It looks like week 3. Madison. Oh, I got just rankings.
You got it. You don't got it. Oh my God!
I
got it here. I got it.
Get it for me.
I'm on sleeper. Week 3 stats running backs.
That's how you find it. Stats running backs. Okay, I was looking up the wrong thing here.
Or you just go to Fantasy Pros. We got no, he's not he's not that. James Robinson did well. No, he did. Oh my gosh. So anyway, Madison put up 23.1 fantasy points. And we do want to be accurate. That's good enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays.
Which isn't bad still.
Running back. No, it's great. I mean, it's close. Like you know what I mean? Like Najee put up 28, so he was right there. Oh God. Okay, let's do this last one. This guy here. This guy's
I found it now, and we have Peyton Barber as number 3. That's insane.
No, I don't know. He's not number 3
for week 3.
Zeke. You don't know what you're looking at. Zeke put up 26 points.
I'm looking at standard. Sorry.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. None of that matters. But
he's number 6. You're right.
But Madison was not. He was not top 2, not top 3. But he did great. You know, he put up over 23 fantasy points, and yeah, man.
Stat leaders. That's the way you search. That's the way you search. Okay, you want to answer this question?
All right. So what is this guy saying? This better be good. Okay, hear me out. Says LeBron's brain. I made a drunk trade, and now I have 7 mid-range wide receivers on my roster. Oh, that sounds horrible, dude. I just made a trade for Jonathan Taylor, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Julio for Evans, Robinson, and Montgomery. So I don't know which side use which side. My backup is Chubb, but I'm getting 2 more RBs in the trade. Okay, so he's the one getting the 2 RBs, which is Taylor and Clyde. Oh, Robinson is Allen. I think this is a good trade for you. I think you're getting Jonathan Taylor. You're buying low on him. You're getting Clyde, who's startable, but not that great. I think this is a good trade.
And Julio?
Well, those don't matter. That's what I was like. That's not
Yeah,
Julio.
you look at
yeah. Just you know, how much we like Montgomery, really. Yeah, because you said I figured it out since you said you're getting 2 running backs. I think this is a good trade for you. It's a tough one, but Montgomery is it's a lot of heartburn being a Montgomery owner.
You kind of have to do this trade after making the drunk trade. I think it just makes sense.
Yeah, you needed to do some. You need to do something, and you know you're trading with humans.
Oh, he pulled up something else. It's Robinson from the Jags.
I have Taylor. All right, so
he'd be hitting Robinson.
See, this is why this sucks, bro. You gotta be clear.
He's got 5 comments in here. Are you drunk right now, man?
Yeah, he is. So
is this a drunk?
So it's at James Robinson and Montgomery. Well, I probably like the James Robinson side now, actually. So yeah, I like the James Robinson Montgomery side. Because you need running backs. So
that made a difference, adding in James versus
Allen. Because you need running backs. Like, that's the thing. So I like, and we just saw Carlos Hyde not play. James Robinson's looking good. Maybe I think you may have sold Montgomery for low. Wait, what does it mean he has see this? I'm so confused. But I'm gonna disregard this guy, so I'm just gonna go off this, right? He needs running backs. The trade is Jonathan Taylor, Clyde, Julio for Mike Evans, James Robinson, Montgomery. I like the James Robinson Montgomery side because I think those are the better running backs. I think Montgomery's value is a little undervalued right now, even though I am personally stressed about Montgomery. I think he's going to bounce back. He's playing the Lions. James Robinson's kind of on fire since week 1. My brain went from LeGold to LeBron's after that confusion. Yeah. Just be clear when you ask questions. Keep it short and simple. You guys know I can't take it. I got dyslexia. I got ADD.
We're not good at reading, guys.
I just can't. You just got to keep it simple. Give me like an A or a B, and then I'll throw out a letter. All right, we're gonna end it on that now. Official ending. Make sure you guys do follow the link below in the description. Go to Monkey Night Fight. Use promo code CALS. You get free $5 game. You'll also get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Good luck this week, everyone. Peace out.